Hey Olga,
Hi, Natalia. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? How's Dubai?
Dubai is great. Finally, winter is approaching. Whoa.
Do you
I
know what? I
never
don't know.
thought I'd be looking forward to winters ever.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. When I see temperatures shared on like Instagram stories and stuff, I'm like, oh, it's just like a hell to me, where you have no ability to walk outside. You just go from the mall to the car, the apartment, to the office, to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. From AC to AC, basically.
Yeah.
And I used to live in Ireland. It was from the house to the car to the office because of the rain. Now it's because of the sun. And we have a happy, you
Yeah.
know.
I know we're always complaining, aren't we? It was like, oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's too cold. It's like in UK constantly. There's
Yeah,
the complaint about something. But
exactly.
I want to carry
But
on with our.
anyways, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I've got emails coming through. Anyway, I said no. I want to carry on with our chat that we started a couple of weeks ago when I was in Georgia, and kind of continue with our conversations and. Yeah, it was really interesting for me to hear your point of view because we're like living similar kind of, we have similar journeys. We both left Latvia, both moved to UK. You went to Dubai, I went to Thailand, both hot countries, very, very opposite, but hot countries. And
Yeah.
now, obviously, I'm back in Latvia for a time being. And yeah, no, because I think what did we end on? What did we end on last time?
I think we were just touching points, like I wanted to know more. If you're happy like with what you do right now, I mean, you're always an example for me, right? Someone who
Oh.
actually, no, honestly, right? And like
Natter.
for
Who is a
me,
natter?
because I think we are very similar in a way, right? While we
Yeah.
can be different in certain situations, I think we're both ambitious. We always wanted to do best, and obviously didn't settle in Latvia because there was no opportunity, right? You go to UK or Ireland for a year, realize, oh my God, what I'm doing in Latvia, because if you want to progress, it's like this is the way forward because it's fast, you like speak English or learn English on the go, and like you ended up in retail, I ended up in fintech, right? And like look what we are now. You are doing what you want and I'm stuck in my day-to-day job.
Officially unemployed. I celebrated with a party last week. I thought, oh, fuck it. I don't want to
Was it a
work.
year now? Was it a
No,
year now?
more. So
Oh,
basically, I resigned in December 2021. So,
wow, time flies. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah,
3 years almost, right?
yeah,
Was it November?
yeah. Because
November, October,
actually,
something like
yeah, actually, yesterday I had to look for my P45. You know what P45 is? Is what they
that?
give you
Yeah,
this?
for the
Yeah,
taxes and stuff, blah blah. Yeah.
because I wanna create a video, and I may even share my income because a lot of people think that I'm this poor person that moved from Latvia for a better life. I'm like, no, I came from a wealthy to Latvian standards family. I had my first apartment at the age of 18. So I didn't move there because, I was so poor and I needed more money. I moved, like you said, opportunities and to be honest, to have more fun. It's like it's boring now. I,
Mm-hmm.
I wanna I wanna meet different people. I wanna do different stuff. So, but anyway, so that's going back to P45. I saw the resignation date on it. I was like, oh, this has been so long now. Like times flies, absolutely
Yeah.
flies. No, but
It does.
you
And it,
said, yeah, sorry.
no, I just, for me, I started saying, right, you're an example of a person who had like pretty much many people actually, if not jealous, but they would love to have that, right? And they would like say, what are you doing? Why are you quitting? Like going to like Thailand or, anywhere you go, like, why do you quit? Right. And you had your own reasons. And I believe one of them was happiness, right? So you were looking for something that is just not you wake up, go to work, come back tired and sleep again, right? And I
Yeah.
think this is super important in life. And like with my job currently, right? So I have this luxury of being more flexible, which I do
Hmm.
appreciate, but being ambitious me, and once there's always moments in your life when you feel I've got so much that I feel that just doing daily job, maybe, you know, I could do more, I can give world more, or I can do more fulfilling stuff for myself, right? Spend more time with family and stuff. So it's like two different aspects, right? But like I wanted to understand, like, how did you decide, right? Like, how do you, like, I mean, deciding is one, but doing is the other one, right? So what was going through your head, and how did you actually do it? Because last thing I remember, you said you're going to do some, you know, videos, and you need time for that, and you didn't have because you were so tired. And yeah, so tell me
Yeah.
more. I need inspiration, you know.
Yeah, no, do you know what? Like at the start of my career, I've always had big dreams that, you know, I want to have this size of the business, or corporate, all corporate, not my own business. I was like, no, I don't want my own business. I want to work for someone. I don't want, you know, the possibility of losing and risking my own money. I was like, don't mind risking someone else, but not my own. But, you know, obviously I've done really well. You know, I've always had these goals. Okay, I want a house. I want a brand new car. You know, I want Gucci bag. I want to travel 8 times a year. Once I've achieved all that, you know, I was like, okay, so what's next? Yes, I can have a better version of a car. Okay, a bigger house. You know, I lived in a 3-bedroom house in UK by myself. In UK, people don't live by themselves. The property that I was buying, the estate agent was saying, you know, that this property is like for a family. He was like, are you buying it yourself? I'm like, yeah, it's just going to be me. I realized that all these things actually not what make me happy. Yeah, for about a week, I was like, oh my God, I've got my own house. This is mine. Or when the car was delivered, you know, I was like, oh, so shiny, so fresh, you know, that, you know, when you buy that first brand new car and it's like, it's Mercedes, you know, everything that I like, you know, but then after a week, it just becomes a car, you know, that you use to go to the gym, shopping, whatever. So I obviously then lived this couple of years of having what I wanted, and then thinking, okay, so what else? Yes, I could become an area manager. I don't want to be stuck at the airport eating white bread, waiting for planes and traveling constantly for work purposes. I like to travel for personal purposes, not for work. So, and it was like, okay, I don't want to do that. You know, another 20K extra to my salary. Okay, with taxes in UK over 45% for that amount. It's like I'm giving away half of my money to the government whilst I'm slaving away, not sleeping, not exercising, not having time to see my family. And then I decided, you know, I've had enough. And also, what I felt that if I remain in UK, like let's say I resign and I stay in UK, I don't think it will be possible because of people around you. Like constantly, everyone is in your ear saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving your job. Are you okay? What's happened to that?" Because when I resigned, the owner of the company who never visited the store before in the whole 11 years, the one that I managed, he flew and he said, "Are you okay? Like, is somebody offered you more money? Is Prada offered you more money? We can pay you more money." And I was like, no, this is not to do with money. I'm going to Thailand. So
Yeah.
people thought that I've lost the plot. But I knew that first I need to take myself out of that environment. You know, I am very resourceful as well as yourself. I always find a way, you know, but I almost created this for myself to push further because I had no idea. Sorry, I've got some flies. I had no idea what I'm going to do. I was like, I'll work it out. Yes, a lot of people say, oh, but you had a property. Yes, it is an advantage because I knew that if shit hits the fan, you know, I have some sort of income from the property that I'm going to rent. So for me, the main motivation is to be free, is to do what I
Hmm.
want to do and when I want to do it. You know, the company that I worked for were fantastic. Every time I needed a holiday, a time off to go somewhere to do something, I had my own schedule, my own hours. Like I was my own boss. So they were very, very good. But I still felt that that I was just in like a prison, you know, a very luxury prison,
Hmm.
you know, and also it was having like deja vus, you know, where I would, it'd be funny. It's like, oh my God, like I'm living this life that is exactly the same. It's identical on a daily basis. I go to the office. I have a coffee. Then a member of staff comes in moaning about something. I respond. Then my boss calls from Italy. We have a chat. Then I go on the shop floor. I meet the client. He says the same thing. I was like, it's just the same. So it was so predictable that at one point I just became bored. So there was no problem. A lot of people said, oh, what was the issue? There was no issue. Everything was amazing. Absolutely amazing. But I was just bored, you know?
Yeah, and so like touching on that point, right? So you identified, right? So you were bored, right?
Yeah.
For like some people, for example, right? They might not be able to identify what they might be super comfortable like you were, right? But like they want to do something, but how do you arrive at that point, right? Like,
It's,
do you
it's
talk
like,
to someone? Do you do some tests, whatever? I don't know, right? But like, how do you find what is important for you? And do you really need to move? Maybe, you're just okay, right? Doing what you
do you know
do.
what? It's
And
I've lost that buzz inside. When you wake up, or when you go on a date with a guy that you really, really fancy, and you have them butterflies, and you're like, oh, what am I wearing? Or da 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 da, and you're excited. I've lost that. I was no longer excited. And maybe for me, it's very important. I need to have that feeling, oh, something is, it could be something that is over challenge, but it's still excitement because I'm like, oh, let's work this out, So maybe that's just my personality. I can't just be staggered. Like, when I see a lot of women where they marry a very, very rich guy. Of course, I've had some rich guys in my love life. But I would not be able to sit at home and, do yoga 24/7. Like, I need some brain stimulation. I need some challenges. I need, not all the time, but you know what I mean? So doing my job, I was just like, oh my God, I just can't have. Also, I've lost patience. So what I felt, I was becoming a bitch. I felt like I wasn't speaking in a nice way to people because I had zero tolerance. When you've done something for many, many years and you're a top dog in your field and somebody says something stupid because they're new to the field, literally, I was like, oh, I can't deal with it. Shut up. Poor, my assistant was doing a great job because he was dealing with all of this. I was like, James, I said, I have no patience. I'm so sorry. I am not talking to this person because I'm gonna tell them to F off. and then I thought, I was like, I don't want to be like this. This is not me. I'm actually a nice person, So it was that, that it was playing into. Then I couldn't see a further progression because I was like, okay, so what's next? Well, I'm becoming a worldwide retail manager. I don't want to do that because I know what that entails. It's constantly traveling. It's being on a laptop. Is now, if I don't want to work or do anything for a week, I close my laptop, I put it away, and I enjoy my life. That's it,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Makes
but what
sense.
about like your job? You said you have the flexibility. And I know you probably shouldn't say too much in case your employee is watching. But like, obviously, the reason you're asking me these questions, are you considering that you need to change something, or why are you questioning where you are now? You said you're flexible. Obviously, I know you get paid a lot. But you live in Dubai. Obviously, it's a very luxurious life. So why are you thinking this?
Yeah, for me, I guess, it's mainly, I think I'm not like exactly like you, right? But to the point that I feel my ambitions in any corporation, regardless if it's current one or next, right? But like when you work for someone, right? So my ambitions, they're there, but at the same time, I feel I'm not like, I feel I can give more to the world, right? Like, or like, even if I open my own small business, I feel I would deliver more value in it rather
To
than being
people.
part of like 1 billion, 1 million, company. And it's
Corporation.
not exactly. And actually, my company takes care about career progression a lot. And it's like nothing else I've seen before, right? Like manager if you want to discover
Can you
another.
tell? Can you tell where you work or no? Because then people will locate you. No,
Doesn't matter, like if they can locate me, right? It's Amazon, so
Amazon.
everybody
Okay,
knows
so
it, and everybody's dream,
it's
I
a big
guess.
company.
Yeah,
And
and it was my dream as well, right? Yeah,
what's your position in Amazon? What do you like? So
I'm in
people just
yeah, I'm in business development. So I'm onboarding some governments, large organization. We provide payment gateway in our site, right? So it's, and that's partially also why I'm still here, right? So like I'm not progressively exploring to start something like on my own tomorrow, right? But I am preparing myself for that because eventually this is what I want to do. And by the way, this is what our company does the best, right? They prepare you, like for example, if you
Mhm.
go to the fleet operations, they have school inside of our company that you want to be a doctor, we send you to the course. You want to be a teacher, we send you to the course. So like literally, if I
This
want
is
to own a
now.
business eventually, right? So all I should do is to learn what is best for me, obviously respecting, confidentiality of the company and taking care of all of that. But
Yeah.
like, this is always never a problem with me, right? So the reason why, right? So I'm getting to the point that yes, I can progress and I would love to, and I'm actually doing some developments right now. But I feel that I want to own things like as I own my income, I
Yeah.
own my own time, right? If I didn't wake up today, I actually literally will suffer because I didn't have a meeting, because money didn't hit in my bank account because of that, right? Blah, blah, blah. But also I feel like I can give more,
But
like I
what's
said, right?
okay? Okay, let me ask you some difficult question. So, what is
Okay.
stop? So, you thinking this? That's already you've planted the seeds in your head. You have a clear intention that you want to give more, you want to share more, etc. So, what is stopping you right now
I
to do
don't
this?
think there is actual stop. If anything, it's myself, right? It's a decision making. So
What's inside your head? So what inside your head is stopping you from giving a resignation and starting your own business? What is it like? When you think about it, what worries do you have?
I don't really have a worry, right? Like I think I'm financially stable if we're coming to that.
Hmm.
Maybe like I don't know for how long I'll have to continue to be financially stable until I reach like revenue in my business. And probably there are also what are actually the avenues that I'm going to pursue, right? So I'm a little bit indecisive. I know that I don't want any like operational. It has to be something ideally online.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like, so lesson learned from the past, right? Like I know where a lot of effort goes, and if I have to make this decision, it's definitely not going to be something that I have to operationally control and like lose my sleep all over, because why would I do that, right?
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
want to, I can load myself here now, and in fact, we all are, right, when working for someone. So it's not about that, right? And probably just like sitting down and identifying what is it, right? That
yeah.
like,
Do you know what?
so when I'm
Do you
thinking,
know? Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, because what I did when I decided to resign, it was the biggest decision, honestly. I was like, oh my God, have I lost the plot? Like, everything is amazing. Like, people so jealous of my life. All my neighbors were like, oh, fucking hell, what is this girl doing? She's got OnlyFans or something, because, uh, yeah,
Yeah,
anyway. But I made I was looking at it as a project, as a strategic, because I'm a great project manager. I consider ups, downs, weaknesses, strengths, possibilities, opportunities, da, da, da. So I literally looked at it as a project. So like you said, I've worked out, well, general knowledge, any business, I'm talking generally, yeah, of course there are exceptions, takes around 2
yeah,
years for you to make real money. Yeah, in the
yeah,
beginning you just break even, you just cover your costs,
yeah.
and of course you may be different. So what I've calculated, I've worked out how much money I need to live in Thailand for 2 years, because staying in Europe, of course, it would have cost me a lot. That's why I thought, okay, maybe if I go to Asia, cost of living is a lot lower. I can see what I feel because I didn't have an idea, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to do something, you know. So I was also thinking, oh, would I come up with the idea? So I was like, right, let's go to Thailand. I've had enough cash to cover me for 2 years. Plus, of course, I was renting a property, so I had some money coming in. And the first, I would say, 9 months was very difficult. Very difficult. I was saying yes to all the opportunities, trying this, that, the other, then talking to myself, thinking, oh my God, this doesn't work for me. I don't want to do this. What about this? So, but now, obviously, 18 months later, I feel very content. And of course, the first 6 months, I was questioning my decision and thinking, oh, have I done the right thing? Like,
You have
have
to
I,
power through, I guess, right?
yeah, have I made a mistake? I knew I could always come back. I'm very good at my job. So to find a job in UK would take 3 days. It's not a problem. But I was looking at it as like a failure. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. If I decided to do this, and we both Tauruses, we're very stubborn. Once we decide something,
Yeah.
I'm like a train, I'm unstoppable. And now I'm still evolving. I'm still developing myself. I'm still checking what is it that I like, what is it that I want to do, what gives me that nice feeling inside. But it's more about the feelings now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do I
Yeah. And you
feel
tried a lot of things
happy?
actually. Like,
Oh,
yeah, you tried like
Olga,
at
you
least
name it.
4 directions from what I know.
From
We
what
should be
you
catching up
know.
more often if I really need the motivation.
Do you know what I always say, like, of what you know, because a lot of things are for legal reason I'm not able to share online of what I did. But I say to people, you name it, I done it. you know. But that's just part of the journey. I just felt like, I wasn't married, like I'm still not married. I have no kids, don't really have that much responsibilities. I cut all my expenses in UK, making sure that I don't get like a phone bill of £100, like things like this, because it's all that stuff. And yeah, and I
Yeah.
was looking at it as a strategic project, and it took me a year to prepare to leave UK. Because like, bills, this, that, the other, remortgaging my house, selling my car, getting rid of all the clothes because I've had 3-bedroom house full of shit, So,
Yeah. So I
and
guess it's more of, we're similar in that aspect as like, and I think many people are, by the way, right? So like when you want something, like you cannot just continue doing what you do. Yes, you have to prepare ahead, but like if you're waking up in the morning and you have direct job to do that you're getting paid for, you cannot just not do it, right? Like you
yeah,
have to put your mind into it and like I would never be able to just like not to turn up because I have my side project to do, right? Like, yes, I have flexibility. Maybe if I need 1 hour or two and then I can make up for it, that's not a problem. But like all my energy is gone in the morning, right? So I cannot
do you know
sit
what
down in the evening and do it.
do you know what you telling me this just gives me nightmares. Just you telling me this, that you have to do something not for yourself, because sometimes I'm like, why are you grafting, building someone else's business? So you, Olga, is having sleepless nights, not having time, not spending enough time with your partner, with your family, with your friends, allocating to exercising, eating healthy, cooking healthy, doing personal development. Yeah, you want to become a more evocative in the language that you speak. So it all takes time. So, but instead, what you do is grafting for someone else to achieve their dreams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
or
doesn't
continue
sit.
running the dream. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
like
Yeah.
that's for me
And
doesn't sit right,
yeah,
like no.
depends, right? Depends. Because I think it depends, right? Like if I'd be sitting as receptionist somewhere and like I have to be there and I just have to be there and like I could do something else with my life.
Yeah,
Yes, but for me also what is holding me, because every day that I spend, right? Like yes, I agree with you, of course. Jeff Bezos built this, right? So he's retired now and whatever, chairman, and like enjoying his life, and so many others who joined him at that time. And but the point is, right, so what is holding me back as well, because every day I spend, there are really smart people. Like I would not have a, like, you know, ability to cross paths with so many people like that, you know,
I
share
think,
their opinion stuff. But yeah, but
but
that's
that's
again
again,
something that is, yeah, holding you back, right? So it's like, yes, so
it's
what? Like, right?
it's good you touched this. By the way, it's already half past. Bloody hell, we've been talking for
Yeah, we're
half an hour.
chatting. Yeah.
If like 6 more minutes, 6 more minutes. I'm sorry. You know what?
Yeah.
You saying this, I was in the same boat. I was like, oh my God, I can learn so much. But that's a different knowledge. Okay. When I met some people, like the people that I meet now, Olga, they are selling online some nonsense, literally nonsense, and they're making money whilst they sleep. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So
I know a couple of people, by the way.
and I'm like,
I
hang on
do.
a
And
second. I'm like, he's 29, he's driving Lamborghini, he doesn't work. Uh, uh, That's a different type of how can I say it? Like, you
yeah.
know, you comparing them to people in Amazon, I'm sure working for Amazon, Google, and all them big corporation. Yeah, you absolutely, you educated, but you know, I call it, I don't know, it's not a streetwise. I don't know how to define it or how to find the right word for it. But don't underestimate the people outside of your organization are not smart enough. It's just a different way of, you know, leaving my company, I realized that yes, you can make money whilst you sleep, because we
Yeah.
always associate big check with grafting, responsibilities,
Yeah.
big title. No, I've met some people, very young people, Olga, like really young. We both similar age. They, you know, 10 years younger, that are doing phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal with selling some sort of online product. They're on their own agenda. They can go for winter to do a skiing season in Switzerland. During summer, they go to Bali to do some retreats. And I'm like, hang on a second. So I've been living all this life thinking that I've made it, but there's but there's another life outside that you don't have to graft, you
Yeah.
know.
No, I
And
guess when you do something that is like, you know, you really like, right? And you start to attract also people that kind of actually relevant for you as well, right? And you would not spend the conversation with someone's like, okay, this person is like why I'm spending my time with, right? So you just stop. So it's not like you're not filtering as well. And I actually do believe that, you know, when you really start doing, so the point is, right, from the entire conversation, like once you start doing it, the right things appear,
just
right?
all comes
And
together. It all comes together.
yeah, yeah. But if you just sit and wait and maybe tomorrow, and maybe next year and this and that, but like after all, you
Just
just
never gonna
still show
happen.
up at work and like you get you
Oh.
another paycheck, right? Yeah, so I guess it's a decision to make for everyone, including me, right?
Yeah,
And
because it will all work out for sure. I want to advise people before you make any dramatic changes to your life. You know, do consider that you know you do need to have some sort of cash, you know, free
yeah,
cash that's available, or some sort of passive income. You know, of course, if you have a property, that's fantastic. You just rent the property and you have some, you know, to cover the basic needs. You will have that. But if you're going to sit where you are and just think about where you can be, it will never happen. You know, like law of attraction, there is
yeah,
that word
of course.
action.
Sit and meditate, right? You have to do something
Uh,
every day to.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
I always say, like, the universe, I believe in universe, will help you once you start doing, yeah, it may not happen immediately. That's fine. But sometimes, you know, it's like me giving up all my jobs a couple of weeks ago. Yesterday, I received an email about some great collaboration where they will pay me for my videos. I'm like,
yeah. There
okay,
you
this is great.
go.
Like I'll do what I love doing and getting paid for it.
Yeah,
This is a dream come true.
yeah,
So, you know, yeah, once you have the right intentions, then you know, and yes, you need to have balls, but you only have like one life. So if you're not going to do it now, well, when are you going to do it? And what's the worst that can happen?
exactly.
It doesn't work out, go back to your job.
Yeah,
Do
you
you know
have
what
a skill
I mean?
already, anyways, right? Like
Yeah,
you're employable.
yeah,
Worst comes
yeah.
to worst, like, you know, you can always get hired like anywhere really with all sorts of skills. Is just, yes, you'll have to maybe lower a little bit the expectations of a salary if you come back, but then by that time you probably won't come, but do not want to come back to this type of life, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so definitely I would love to touch base, but probably we have to catch up next time,
Another
in
time.
terms of like finding what that is, right? Like, so for me, a big decision is like, I still like, yes, I know you didn't know what to do, but at the same time you mentioned that you had some like value finding, I don't remember if it was the test or
How
it's a
to
course or something.
identify.
I would love to know more
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, we can touch base on that. Maybe next call we'll book another call. It's actually really fun talking and discussing, and hopefully it could be useful for someone who's watching it right now and thinking, oh my God, I'm in the same place, and then they can join us
Yeah,
on our podcast journey.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of questions for that as well.
Oh
And maybe
and
I'll get a lot of CVs submitting online.
yeah, watch out the haters
Don't
as
give
well.
my email address without pre-qualifying, please.
No. I'm very when it comes to confidentiality, I can't even pronounce this word. Yeah, no, I'm the most trustworthy person. But anyway, Olga, I'm sorry we overran. Thank you so much.
It's
Really
fine.
enjoyed the chat, and let's book another call soon. And yeah, enjoy your Friday in Dubai.
Thank you. Have a good
All
one
right,
too,
that.
Natalia.
See you later,
Bye
babe.
bye. Nice catching
Bye.
up as always.
Bye. Bye.